Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Ana, and it's time for the latest news update today. By the way, we are on the lovely Levante Beach that is full as usual, even maybe slightly more, and there's a lot of tourists walking here. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you what this scene is like right now, basically one day before the November will actually start. Today we have 3 different news that I wanted to share with you all, and some of these news are extremely important to know. First of all, we'll be talking about the situation right now in hotels, what this weekend will kind of be like. Secondly, I'm gonna be talking about the really important news, something that is coming through the UK press, and to be more specific, in the Sun newspaper, which is completely false. It's totally not true, and for the second time this year, they're using the false information to basically scare the tourists out of coming to Spain. And I'll give you all the details slightly later on. And the last news is about the rich Benidorm. Where are the richest people living in Benidorm, and is there really any difference between one area of Benidorm to the other? After a lot of messages I've been receiving from you guys to see that this zone is good, this one is not so much, so I decided to check it slightly more, and this is what I have found. But before, let's start with the first news about the situation right now in Spain. Today is 31st of October 2022, which means that tomorrow it's going to be 1st of November already. Even though it's mid-autumn, basically, our region has been having just an amazing and wonderful weather. It's still really sunny. It's around 25 degrees outside, which why all the beach area is full, and there's a lot of people here walking down the Levante Beach alley. All the hotels are still operating, minus just a couple of them that have decided to shut down, which are mostly bigger chains. For example, Costa Blanca has decided to shut down 4 of their hotels. Shortly, I'll be giving you a video about which hotels will be closing in more detail with some examples. Met Playa hotels, they're all open right now at this very moment. Servi Group has closed 1 hotel, and this weekend, all these hotels are fully booked. It's crazy to see how the situation has changed, and due to the fact that it's been 4 non-working days, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, which is going to be All Saints Day, a lot of people came to Benidorm. A lot of national tourists with families came here as well, and the city is full with children and joy, as it will be summer basically. So a lot of the hotels have fully booked announcements on their doors, and if not, they only have like literally 1 or 2 spare rooms left for this weekend. And the majority of them will be departing on Tuesday, which means that it's when we will actually see the whole situation as it is, when no holidays are between the dates. However, we still do feel that Benidorm will be looking quite busy, with around 70%, 75% of average occupancy. So if you are coming to Benidorm, don't worry, it's not gonna be empty at all. The second news that I wanted to share with you all is extremely important for all of you. UK has been posting, some of the UK newspapers, for example, The Sun has been posting articles recently, just a day or 2 ago, where they were stating that UK residents need to avoid to travel to Spain, or better to say, they need to think twice and be really careful if they decide to travel to Spain. Because according to them, there is a risk of disturbance on the streets and violence on the streets. They alert of different manifestations that will be happening in biggest cities and like throughout the whole entire Spain, basically. Mostly in Madrid and Barcelona, but they do say like other cities will probably be involved. In Madrid, they say it's going to be for protests for inflation and like bad situation in the country in general. By the way, that's my daughter running right there. If you see her, that's her, because today is not a work day. They don't have school. So she's working with me right now here on the channel. Do you want to say hi to everyone? Come here, but just sit down. Here.
Hi.
Go and play, baby. So she's helping me. She's playing and I'm working on the beach today on Monday. So what they are saying is that in Madrid it's going to be due to inflation, and in Barcelona it's due to independence protests. Independence protests, and that they've even collapsed and blocked the Barcelona's airport as well as all the main roads. When I've read that, this by the way is being told also by Spanish newspaper, that these kind of rumors are spreading in UK. It's actually not true completely. I'm not sure why they do this. Either there are people who are trying to translate manually what's being said in Spanish newspapers and they just don't know what they are reading, or they're doing it on purpose to avoid people from traveling and instead investing the money inside their own country. Not sure. There might be different opinions, different options here. Let us know what you think here in the comment section, please. But the most important thing to know is that it's not true at all. About protests in Barcelona, which is probably the biggest error that they could have made in this case. This is the... Oh, hi! The biggest mistake that they could have made, this is by the way some of my subscribers right there, the biggest mistake they could have made was that this information is from 2019. As you hear it, here is the original source from a Spanish newspaper, as you can see right here, and it was in 2019 in October. I'm not sure why they're putting it right now as to scare people out, but obviously it's not true. No airports are blocked, no streets, there's no manifestations, no protests going on for independence in Barcelona region, so everything is safe, don't worry about it. The protests in Madrid, the Pacific protests in Madrid, they were kind of true, however, not right now. These have happened the past week. This week, there's not going to be any kind of protests at all. And even those who were, they are 100% Pacific manifestations. These are people who are a part of most important organizations here in Spain that protect workers' rights. So these are not just random groups of people protesting, screaming and shouting and etc. No, these are organizations that work with different biggest companies and they protect all the rights for workers in here. So what they do is they do like pancartas, they do flags, they do phrases, they go silently some of the times, the majority of the time they go in a complete silence throughout the streets to manifest their rights. That's basically it. No violence, no nothing is involved. This is happening quite often. There are usually these type of manifestations, but they are totally pacific and nowhere near violent or disturbing or dangerous they will be. So I'm not sure why they're taking and where they're taking this information from, but obviously this is not the case. It's totally calm, totally quiet in here. There's a lot of people enjoying their holidays. The amazing weather that we have in all the biggest cities is the same thing. Everything is calm and quiet and people are enjoying and are coming. So definitely not true. I don't know why there is a necessity to lie, but if you know the answer or if you might think you know what is the reason behind it, let us know here in the comments. And the last news that I wanted to share with you comes from Benidorm, the rich part of Benidorm. After reading a lot of comments from you guys where you were stating that it depends on really which kind of tourism you're looking for, not only tourism, but basically which area you like more, there are huge differences. For example, Levante part, Rincon de Loix, the British Street, these are, I don't want to say violent, but these are the areas where most police like cars are passing by, where most police is being called during the night. They're more like stressful, let's call it like this, days and night times. Whereas Rincon de Loix upper side, Rincon Alto it's called, or the new Poniente side, and in general the whole Poniente beach is quieter, it's more quality tourism, and it's just the area that a lot of people are choosing right now to either invest inside the property or just come for their holidays here in Benidorm town. The most interesting thing is that Benidorm, you can basically split it in 6 parts according to the income that people receive in here. So obviously like central Benidorm going towards the north, towards the mountains, is where the lowest income is. Rincon Alto going towards the natural park in Rincon de Loix is where the highest income is, as well as the new Poniente side, which are these new skyscrapers, totally amazing buildings that you can see right here on the picture. And these ones, they have giant parks surrounded, a lot of trees, a lot of greens, you know, new accesses. It's just amazing side of Benidorm that not a lot of people actually know about. And this area of New Poniente side is under construction still, so there's a new buildings and skyscrapers emerging, which is why a while ago I was telling you that it just constantly modifies the skyline of Benidorm town. Also, the newest part that we were talking about just a couple of days ago in Rincon de Loig, near the Hospital Ahmed Levante, will be finally built. It has been approved just a couple of days ago. So shortly, in just a year more or less, they will start building, and that area will attract a lot of people with good income, quality, people who want calm, quiet, quality life here in Benidorm, or those who are seeking quality holidays as well, away from the nightlife and from all this hustle and buzzing music non-stop, you know, and people on the streets fighting, like all this, they really want to avoid it. So there are definitely areas, depending what you expect from your holidays, where it's better or not to go. If you're not quite sure what to do, where to book your holidays, leave me a comment below any kind of video here on the channel, and I'll definitely let you know where, according to your preferences, would be the best place for you to stay, so that you would get an absolute maximum of positivity from your holidays here in Benidorm. And now let's talk about the weather. What is waiting for all those of you who will be coming shortly to Spain? First of all, clouds will start arriving from the north parts of Spain towards the Mediterranean, and from the west side as well, as you can see here on the first map. However, here it's going to be just slightly cloudy, and the rest of the days the sun will keep shining. On Thursday there might be just a slight rain, but not more than that, and we will get our sunshine back again. As for the temperatures will be slightly more fresh here in Spain, except for Mediterranean area back again. Here it's going to be sunny, nice and warm. Around 25 to 26 degrees. In Alicante, 25. In Barcelona, 24. In Granada, 29. Malaga, 25. Sevilla, 25. Madrid, 17. Murcia, 25. Balearic Islands, 26. Canarian, more or less the same. In Valencia, 24 degrees today. And here they will drop on Thursday around 2 degrees, and then we'll get back up for more or less 27 degrees in here. And the water temperature is also around 23.5 degrees today, which is still ideal for you to swim. And look at these potato men that are right there. These cameras are back to the Levante Beach. Ooh. This was the latest news update from our favorite town of all, Benidorm and the Levante Beach. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I wish you a lovely holidays if you will be coming shortly to Spain. Bye!